Hi everyone. Hi Tolga. Hi Mali.
Hi,
Hi,
man.
how
Hi,
are you, Tolga? Hi.
We need also Tess to come.
Okay, but I think our guest not coming yet. Tess and Milos, isn't it?
Correct. No, he's. We are waiting. Yes, he will come. I guess.
Okay, then. It's maybe because of the time zone.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Where is he
How is
connecting from? Tess. Any
I,
idea?
Tess will be, I don't know exactly, but it's in South Africa, I think, as I
Okay. So yeah,
researched
that must.
from the internet. And Milos, I think, from Greece. I don't know exactly.
Milos sounds like a Greek name, correct? But Dimitrijevic. It also reminds me like former
Bulgarian.
Yugoslavia,
Maybe Bulgarian.
Bulgarian maybe. And Tolga, you are from Turkey.
Yes, I'm from Turkey.
Okay. Are you based in Istanbul now?
Yeah, I'm in Istanbul. I'm at the office. We are not working at home anymore. I prefer to come to the office. It's
Uh,
easier.
yes, correct. But today is starting the lockdown, right? From
Yeah,
nine from
yeah, 9,
9
9 p.m.
9
Every
p.m.
day it starts at 9 p.m. till 5 a.m.
Yeah.
And
And the
weekend
weekend
will
also.
be totally locked down.
Yes, the
Yes, the
weekend will be
weekend
like.
totally. Mali, where are you?
I'm originally from Iran, Persian, but I'm living in Istanbul
Oh,
since
okay.
1989.
Okay, cool.
And
You're
I'm in my
1981.
sector from something like 1998. When I going to university, I started working with the mice industry.
Okay, cool. So you're not anymore expat. I would say you are local.
Yes. I'm
Okay, good.
growing up in Istanbul, and all my friends from Turkey. I just stopped the connection with Iran, but I'm going to just visit my family and there sometimes.
Okay, the family is still in Iran.
Not the first line, but my uncle and cousins live in there.
Okay, cool. I am in Athens. I live in Greece.
Good.
I came also as a student, like Erasmus student. Then I remained here. At that time, there wasn't crisis. I said I will come to this country in 2009. 2 years after I moved completely here, and the crisis has started. And I said, "Whoa!" It was totally different country from the moment I was student. But I remained here, and I'm also now in travel industry in tourism. And
I
I,
have been
I
in Athens maybe 3 years ago.
okay,
In a day of summer, it was great.
yes,
I
Greece
love
is very stable. Like Turkey is very dynamic country. Like there are ups and downs. You can find very high things and very low things. And but Greece is like there's a stability. Like the country has only one subject. Like in the whole 10 years, it's economical crisis. Like nothing more. Like but in Turkey, the in a daily routine, like morning is different, the country is talking about something different, the evening is different, the next day you don't know, something else might come. It's very dynamic, like
Greek is a special example of Asian people.
yeah,
But in Turkey, we have too many generation mixed up here.
correct, I agree.
Like a Middle East, like a Asian, and too much mixed generation we live here, and because of this reason, we have very, you know, how I can explain, up and downs life in here, not the not in same line.
I agree.
But it's magical of Turkey. It's become from the Ottoman. The Ottoman also is very
Mhm.
mixed generation on theirs, and it make the very magical things in. this culture like this. If you live like this, you can find the magical things in the culture.
I'm also talking with the backend people. Like,
Could you see how many people just enjoyed the meeting?
At the moment, it's zero, I think. There is no...
Yes, there is zero, but abi bu da bizim ülkenin ne kadar ilgili olduğunu gösteriyor. Şimdi bu Türkçe söylüyorum. Bize ayıp olur yani.
Yok seyircimiz yok hakikaten.
okay, doğru Mali.
Çok bir
Türkçe
şey yok.
konuşuyorsundur tahmin ediyorum ya. Tahmin ettim de dedim acaba ilk şeyden
Evet
mi ya?
ya canım burada büyüdüm de yani abi çok yani böyle kafalarımızı vuruyoruz sağa sola işte. Ne olacak bu sektörün hali falan. Biz de IMICE olarak bir şey düzenliyoruz. Abi 10 kişi 15 kişi. Heh geldi Tess.
Hi Tess.
Hello. Sorry, I had a bit of a technical issue here.
It's okay. No issue. How are you?
Well, and yourself?
Okay. Tess, where are you now?
I'm in Cape Town.
In Cape Town. Okay. So
Yes.
there's a time difference. What time is it there now?
It's 1 hour. You were 1 hour ahead of me.
Okay.
It's not a big difference. Hi, Tess, how are you?
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Hi, how are you?
Good, and you?
Thank you.
Good. So we will be waiting the last participant, which is Milos. Let's see.
Okay. So we're not live yet.
Tess, how is the COVID situation in South Africa?
We're actually relatively quiet compared to other parts of the world, but we are having spikes again because people are not behaving, especially in certain areas. So they're talking about locking down some venues again, and of course, the weekend we had some bad publicity about that, and then everybody who had a conference planned for the next few weeks just cancelled. So yeah, from a business point of view, not good. But generally, I think we're doing okay. Well, Africa generally is doing okay. I think South Africa probably has the highest number of cases.
Oh.
But yeah, we're ready to open. We've done a lovely restart expo this past week, to show people that it's safe. It's actually, and I said it's safer to come to a conference than to go to your local grocery store. But yeah, the clients are not coming.
Okay. Yeah, it's I knew that Africa is doing much better than Europe, and of course America.
Yeah.
But South Africa, I didn't know it that like it's the highest in the Africa region.
Well, it's the highest, but if you compare it to the UK or America, I mean, it's a drop in the ocean. So we're talking about. I had the numbers this morning. It's I think we had a 52% increase, but it's still only 5,000 new cases. Whereas I think in the UK 2 weeks ago, it was 125,000 cases. So, we're still comparatively low, but people are scared.
Who is not? No, I would say there are a lot of people also not afraid, or they don't mind.
Yeah, that's a big challenge for our industry, especially from a corporate perspective. From a liability point of view, the quarantining, they just don't want to take any chances. So many corporate companies have decided to ban all meetings until April or May next year.
Apart from being cautious, like taking care of it, in the beginning of the year, like in the first period of the pandemic, I had an organization of a corporate business, which were coming like 40 participants in of a company. They canceled it. One of the reasons was, of course, to be careful, but also there was kind of a pressure that it would not be easy to explain this trip, to making this trip in this situation. So maybe the organization will be very careful, like all like social distancing or being very careful on the virus. But they said like we cannot explain this to our managers or to the public that we have made a trip in this situation, so we prefer to cancel. So there is also this side of the period. And also now, like for example in Greece, like they are talking, the market is closed at the moment of the lockdown, and but also it's being affected because the Christmas period is like the market spendings are increasing like 60% around this. But they say like, some part of the people say like, are you serious? Are you going to make Christmas celebrations? Don't you see people are dying and stuff? So it's like you don't know how to react.
Yeah, it's a very tough one. It's really tough. So we also have the challenge here that parts of the population just don't realize the the enormity of the problem, so they don't care. So they go and have parties, and they go to the clubs, and they go to the bars and hang around with no masks and social distancing. So all the government can do is close them down again.
Yeah. No, it happens. It happens, I think, everywhere. This like some part of the community is really taking care of it, and some part they don't mind, they don't understand, or whatever. So Milos was just appeared and now disappeared.
He connect and goes.
Magic.
Milos.
I have a plan to start with the test, and then Milos, and then Tolga. Is it okay for you?
Yeah.
And then you can introduce yourself in the beginner. I'm
Sure.
not gonna. Then it goes on. If any question, you can just ask you. If, I think Mehmet, they will write them, isn't it? The questions. I can
The
see
questions.
questions from the chat.
Yes, exactly. From the chat, we can extract some questions.
If you miss them, I can ask also.
Sure.
And then we have a plan to finish. Maybe the 10 or 15 minutes is enough for each speaker, isn't it?
Oh, plenty. Are we getting questions from the audience, or is it just amongst ourselves?
If we will get questions, yes, you can. Mali can see the questions from the global chat.
Okay, so I'm gathering that today's talk is pretty much about destination marketing, right?
In my notes, I see why do destination need a simple, powerful, and focused strategies, and what they're happening around Africa, compound about the mice. Okay, these two.
Okay, so those are the questions that we are running with.
Do you need to share any PowerPoint or?
I did not prepare any presentations.
Okay.
I'm happy to just talk.
That's better. I mean, could you see how many people attended or?
At the moment, no. There's no participants, attendees, but I'm sure they will be coming.
What will be happen if nobody attended to the meeting?
Nothing.
We will do ourselves.
We'll be doing. Hi, Milos.
Hello, guys.
Okay, perfect. Now you can hear us and you can see us. We can hear you.
Okay, great.
Okay, perfect. So I will be leaving the stage to Mali. He will be the moderator and managing the talk, the session.
Okay.
Have a nice talk to everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Then let's start. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Have a good afternoon. It's good to be being here with you in the new normal with the virtual conference. Today we have a very special guest, Ms. Tess Pros from South Africa, I think, and Mr. Milos Dimitrijevic, which pronunciation is right, and Tolga Özbabacan from Istanbul. And then, like always and usual, we are going to start with the ladies first. and very welcoming you, us, and stage down to you.
Thank you so much, Mali. So my name is, as you said, Tess Proos. I wear several hats. I am the founder of a DMC in Cape Town called Crystal Events Africa. So we're based in Cape Town, but we work across many African destinations. We have plenty lovely friends around Africa, which is a very diverse and beautiful continent. I also am the chair of the South African Events Council, and we've been doing a lot of work lobbying government to get our industry reopened, which we've managed. We've, managed to do some small steps, but we're getting there. But COVID is not playing along, so it is a struggle. And then I think my main hat that I'm wearing today is as president of SITE Africa, which is the Society for Incentive Travel Excellence. So should I proceed with the question, or do you want to introduce the others first?
No, you can start it. Maybe the people will introduce themselves in their sessions.
Okay, great. Well, so the question that was posed to me, the first question was, why do destinations need a simple, powerful, focused strategy? Well, in my opinion, that would normally be the right way to go. But I think with the advent of COVID, our worlds have been turned upside down. What we have seen as traditional source markets, in my case being Europe, UK, USA mostly, those markets are all closed at the moment. So we've had to rethink the way we do business. We've had to rethink everything. As you said earlier, we are now in the new normal where our conferences are virtual. But what do we do with our meetings? What do we do with our incentive trips? How does a virtual incentive trip work? It's just not the same experience. So we've had to re-strategize and find new source markets. And in fact, that source market is our backyard. It's our very own African continent. Challenges that we face here is obviously transport, airlift. A lot of airlines are probably not going to make it. Even our own airline, South African Airways, is in big trouble. So apart from finding a new market, we've got to find new ways of getting people to travel, to get them to destinations. And what we've seen, and it's been very encouraging, is a collaboration of forces within our industry, from private sector to public sector, having DMCs collaborating, having governments and policymakers collaborating. So that is certainly very encouraging. It's not necessarily working everywhere, but I think we now live in the age of collaboration. It's essential to work together and find solutions together. COVID is here to stay. It's not going to go away in a hurry. Excuse me. I think in the beginning, early 2020, we were all in denial. We thought it's going to take 2 or 3 weeks and it'll go away. Well, here we are. And we have to live with it, and we've got to find a way to work around it. Our businesses won't be able to sustain any more lockdowns. So, yeah, I think the age of collaboration is upon us. Yes, that means the short answer. And it's finding those source markets. And then what do you do now with your source markets closing again? They are in as much trouble as the rest of us. And the world is in a very bad economical downward spiral. The question is, how do we fix it? So, yeah. But my crystal ball is very murky at the moment, so I cannot answer that question. But I think the secret is to keep looking for those solutions and talk to each other. So that is as far as destinations go. Excuse me. For Africa, we've been very fortunate that we've had a very low rate of infections altogether, but it's still spiking. But But as I mentioned earlier, the secret now is to start collaborating with each other. And I think one of the very important things that I don't see happening in the world, and that we've started working on a very small scale within Africa, is standardizing those protocols. Because I think it's very confusing for clients and potential travelers, be it MICE or be it leisure. Some countries say you need a test 7 days before, some is 72 hours, others are 48 hours. Other countries, you need to have a day quarantine to have another test. I think when we can get to standardize those protocols as much as possible, will make it easier for people to make those travel decisions. Because at the moment, it changes from one day to the next. It's very confusing for our clients. And it's probably one of the biggest reasons we're not seeing, even though borders are open, the restrictions have been taken away. So South Africa, for instance, is open now for all destinations as long as you have a negative COVID test, but the people are not coming. And it's because of fear. So that trust factor is a very important thing that we need to fix. And I'm going to leave it at that for now. Thank you.
Thank you, Tess. I think there is no any question, and we can going on with Milos. So Milos,
Okay, so hello,
here you are.
hello guys. So first of all, sorry for as I was a little bit late, so I missed this rehearsal link and then the email. So this is the reason for this. Mali, now we are what we are doing. We are now presenting the whole presentation, or we are just we are just testing the link connections sound.
No, we are starting. We are starting to presentation. If you have any PowerPoint or something like this, you can share your screen.
Okay.
If no, you can go on. And if there was any question, I will note it and then ask you.
Okay, so for the moment, I will just present myself. So my name is thank you, Mali. My name is Milos Dimitrijevic, and I'm representing Miross, PCO, BTA, DMC, and now VEO, a virtual event organizer. We are an agency based in Serbia, and we have offices in Montenegro and Bosnia. We are on our market more than 30 years, and we are focused and mainly specialized in organizing events. And during this pandemic, we really had some hard times, but unfortunately, we already were dealing with virtual events for 5 years from now. And we started working virtual events, online events, and this is how we managed to survive through the pandemic. And now, Mali, should I just go to the questions and say what are the questions and speak about them, or I should wait for you to ask the questions?
There is no any question. If the participant asks any question, I will just tell you, but there is no any question yet.
Okay.
You can go on with your presentation.
Okay, then
I think
I will start speaking about two main topics. Organizer asked me to do so. So the first topic is what are the strategies and models for organizing events during the pandemic. Mr. Mali, now I have a presentation. I will not go through it all because I have it here, and I will speak about this topic. And after that, I will just speak about how can new technologies change MICE industry. And that's it. If there are any questions, I will answer.
I will do it. Let's go on.
Not to lose time to go through the whole presentation and the questions.
It's depend on you. If you want, you can just doing like speaking, or if you just need to share us the presentation, of course you can just
okay
share your screen.
Okay, I see the option here. No problem. And I will be I will not be sitting here. I'll be sitting in our studio, so I'll have better quality of video and sound and everything. So there will be no problems.
You have any video on your presentation?
No, I will just speak. I will just speak.
Okay, that's better. Let's go.
Mhm. So do you need me to present the whole 2 questions, or this is enough for the rehearsal?
We do it. I think there is no any participant right now. We just
I know, but this is I did not understood. So is this enough for the rehearsal? Do I need to go through the whole presentation, through the questions? Do I need to speak about everything I'm going to say on third?
You can go on with your program. It's not any special thing for that.
Yes, but is this enough? Is this enough for me for testing?
Yes, that's that. We can hear you.
Okay, I don't need to go through the whole questions and everything.
No.
Okay. Okay, so we can go on with the rehearsal. That was it. I was just that was it. Yeah.
Yes,
we can go on. We can go on because
Yes,
I have the presentation. But do I need to speak about everything now? Is everything okay with the sound, with all the things? I thought this is the rehearsal only to try those things. I can speak about my presentation, no problem, if there are needs to do so.
We don't need to. Yes, continue. Just we are in the line right now. We are on air. If you need a time, we can go on with Tolga and then come back to you if you need any.
That would be good. That would be good. Yeah.
Okay then. Tolga.
Hi, Mali.
Very welcoming you. Stage belonging you. Go on.
So, thank you very much for this opportunity. I don't know if there's anybody who follow us at the moment, but maybe after this live session, they will watch us from the server lately. So I'm Tolga from ACH Travel. I started to travel industry in 1992 as an organizer in our language when I was 16 years old. So I had the opportunity of working as tour leaders, tour guides, and at the agency as an operation manager. And I had the opportunity of working in more than 100 countries with more than tens of thousands of people. We founded STH on 2007, and we are working on as travel, miles, and DMC companies. And until this pandemic period, we worked hard in every continent, everywhere in the world. We made some good services. So we were following the pandemic situation since late December, since Wuhan. And we were a little bit ready, or we were expecting it could be in our country or around us also. And we made the last conventional event of Dell Technologies in 3rd of March in Istanbul for Dell Technologies Turkey. As you know, on 11th of March, some lockdowns or other restrictions came to our country too. And in March and April, the situation was really difficult. So we made a lot of brainstorming on the team, and with my family, with my spouse, and with my partners, with our clients, we did a lot of meetings for adaptation to the change, the pandemic period. And our motto was the quote of the Stephen Hawking: intelligence is adaptation to the change. So we started to use some virtual event opportunities like meeting softwares, webinar softwares, etc. And globally, we were the first travel agency, first MICE company, who organized a virtual event for Dell Technologies on the 23rd of June. So it was really a good experience for us, because the last old-fashioned event and the first virtual event made by us. So here is the enhancing competitiveness through innovation and product development, because we are not producing some materials, we are producing some services. So the most important thing, after my idea, is the creativity, and it's not only finding new solutions or new technologies, it's using what you have. We need to know our strengths, our capacities, our abilities. So growth after the crisis, it's going to be faster, or how it's going to be, how it will change our industry, the MICE industry. Like at tea time, it's everything will disappear, and we will have the normal situation again. I believe to this. Maybe it's going to be late in 2021, maybe in summer, but it's going to be like this. In one time, everything will change, and every restriction will go out, and everything will be normal. But for MICE industry, nothing will be as before. This is my idea. Yes, the MICE industry will grow very fast, but our next challenge is going to be to do change, because all things, all requests from our clients, all expectations from companies will be different than before. Maybe we will organize some conventional events, some conventional congress or fair, but we need to make a collaboration with virtual events, because we will have maybe really 100 people on the venue, but we will have maybe thousands of people who will follow the event. And on the other hand, for the travel industry, for airlines, for hotels, for accommodations, it's not going to be like before. My idea, MICE with traveling is going to be quantitatively less, but as quality is going to be much more higher than before. And what we need, especially in my country, it's not concurrence between agencies. We need to be good partners, because our abilities on the market with our clients, it's going to be it will come with our collaborations. We don't need to conquer between agencies, as all the industry everywhere, maybe globally, we need to be together and to work together, because yes, after the crisis it's going to grow, but the next challenge is the change. So this is my small answers. But if you have any questions, I'll be happy to try to answer it.
Thank you, Tolga. Yes, unfortunately, the mice industry will change. It will be the big change. But as you see, like this conference, virtual events, how the virtual events can touch people's. The most important thing is here. Maybe we can find this answer from the Milos.
Okay, Mali, thank you. Well, and sorry, I had some technical problems a little bit earlier. I couldn't open some documents. So, my name is Milos, and I'm representing Miros PCO, BTA, DMC, VEO, which now stands for Virtual Event Organizer. And we're a company working for more than 30 years in our region. We have offices in Serbia, Montenegro, and Bosnia. And for organizers here asked us to give the questions for two answers, which are most challenging things for our business now. And the first thing is, what are the strategies and models for organizing events during the pandemic? So, as we said, the event industry has been strongly affected by the novel coronavirus pandemic, causing the end of live events and closure of all activities in our industry. So at the beginning and in March, when everything started, as we are an agency doing more than 1,000 events per year, we had more than 500 cancellations in one day. So on 16th of March, we had to think about what we are going to do about the events which are going to be held until the end of the year, and we need to give a solution for to our clients. So as we already had an online event department, we were already dealing with hybrid event, with online event. So we knew that we need to send a strong message to our clients, and this is not to cancel the event, but to put them virtually online and to execute the events even in this even in the pandemic. So what we think is the history of live events is, for sure, it's not over, and online events could never replace them, and they are still possible, but following with safety measures. So small meetings are now more easily controllable, and necessary distance can be made in almost all setups, and with fewer people, the most manageable and the risk and the potential fallout. There is no ideal number of attendees, but 50 seems to be a reasonable cap. So don't try to make big meetings during the pandemic. Local is safer, so keeping events local and making sure only locals can attend and sensibly decrease the risk of transmission. If community has a low incidence of community spread, the risk is more controllable. So keep sessions at a 30-minute maximum. If you want to decrease the risk of transmission, plan for sessions that last up to 30 minutes, allowing attendees to avoid prolonged contact in an atmosphere where the virus may be accumulating. Testing at the door is not practical. It requires time to process tests, and attendees might get infected over the course of the event, especially if it lasts longer than one day. Masks, soap, and disinfection stations without physical contacts are now essential for all events, and all events should be now organized, if you are doing them physically, in a single day, half a day preferably. Connecting local meetings within countries through technologies could create hubs to be connected through online platforms and can create a big international hybrid meetings. So what was our strategy actually? Our strategy was at first to move all the events to online in virtual world, and then when the pandemic was a little bit a lower risk for making meetings, then organizers started to make a combination of virtual, online, and live events, and we got hybrid events. And from the beginning of the pandemic, we organized more than 300 online, virtual, or hybrid events. And now we are also organizing in them. And what is our message to our clients is that all events are possible. So even in pandemic, you can organize events for unlimited number of people, but following all the restrictions and measurements for COVID-19. This is about strategies. strategies we applied immediately after the pandemic started. And about the second question, how can new technologies change mice industry? So this is what we are all speaking every day. Our technology is changing anything. We need to say to everybody that technologies are already here for a long time. We were doing Zoom conferences 10 years ago. We were doing virtual events. We were doing live streams through YouTube, through Vimeo, through other channels. We were recording meetings. We already had such things in live environments. So actually, technology has already changed a lot the mice industry, and for sure, when this pandemic comes to an end, and then it will come for sure, the technologies will be here, and they will be with all events, and all our events are going to be organized more easily because of bigger involvement of technologies in it. Like now we're having this event. It is really easy, and this is what we are telling to our clients. It is really easy now to organize an online event. There's a set of tools. It is actually not essential which tool, which platform, through which technology you are going to spread the knowledge and organize the Congress. So it is we are telling our clients, give us your request like you're doing a live event, and we will tell you how and through which technologies you are going to organize the event. So this is how the technologies are. They going to change? They already changed everything. There are generations who don't want to admit the technologies are here and that we are using them, and for sure, online event cannot be a full replacement for a live event. But now in the period of pandemic, it is the most safest way to engage people, to network people, and to share knowledge in each field in which the event is organized. And the technology will stay for sure. And after the pandemic, we will have a lot of events with a lot of technology, and we'll have a mix of technology and events. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Milos. Yes, as the Tolga and you say, yes, we have to adapt us to these virtual events for next 1 or 2 years, maybe, till starting the meetings like before. But I don't know how we will adapt it to this time. And the people who enjoy to this meeting, Congress and events like to have join and touch and see each other and speaking with them, they have fun. But in this situation, we have to adapt it to this virtual programs. Thank you, dear speakers, for this useful informations, and I hope to we can just pass these times as soon as possible, as soon as we need to do it.
Absolutely.
Okay. I see there is no any question. Last 3 minutes. Ali Hakan just informed me that it's last 3 minutes. Okay. Thank you again, and
thank you very much, Mali. Nice to meet you all.
Nice.
Thank you, Mali.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks
Have a good
everybody.
one.
Bye bye. Stay
Thanks.
safe.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.